I do believe we're live. Hey, y'all. Hey. So we are not even going to get started quite yet because we're going to give people a few moments to come on in here. And as soon as I see someone has, I believe we do have someone. I'm not
I think
sure.
we do. Yeah, post the comments.
So you say what? Oh, they don't have a comment, do they?
No, post in the comments. I see we do have one person.
All right, so welcome. So welcome, y'all. So tonight we are going to talk about how to crush it in visibility over here on the tube. So that's what it's going to be all about tonight. And we are not starting with the thumbnail. However, I do want to tell you that we're going to focus only on the video details, okay? Because there's 4 sections. When you go to upload your video, there's 4 sections, but we're going to focus on the first section. And it's all about the video details, okay? That is where you're going to optimize, okay? That is where you're going to do that whole, you hear that SEO, search engine optimization, but as soon as you say SEO, people freak out. So we're not even going to use SEO. We're going to just say optimize your video, right? Yep. That's not as scary. So we're going to focus on that first page and the topics. We're going to go through every section on that page, but we're really going to focus on your title, your description, your tags, and your thumbnail. Those are the vital areas.
Absolutely.
Although all sections are important, but we're going to take you step by step so that when you do upload, you're not just passing stuff because you don't understand what it is. But after tonight, you will understand what each one of those line items are. So before we get into that, I guess we should do our introductions. I am Karen Sawyer. And is our names up here? Hold on. Maybe because I have
by the banner.
Yeah, where is our names? Where are our names at? I don't know, y'all. It doesn't matter. I am Karen Sawyer. I'm telling you who I am. I am a dynamic creator. And so I am here along with my co-host,
Alexis Hope Vlogs, and I am a social media manager and a content creator.
Awesome. So welcome. Please know that we will have a questions and answer section. However, while we're going through the material, if you can't wait, please feel free to leave a comment in the chat. And if you would like, you can come on stage with audio only or video and audio. It's up to you. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to both of us and definitely like this video and share it out. More the merrier. We would love to have a whole conversation with our community, not just by ourselves. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and get started with our title. The title, okay? Now, there are no comments yet, right? So if you would like, drop down in the comments where you're watching us from. So what city and state, and also let us know, how did you hear about our live stream tonight? So let's get started with the title. The title is very important, y'all. So you want to optimize your title, but this is not where there's debate about this one. So if I am doing a tutorial on how to make a balloon column, that's on another one of my channels. Let me keep it on with It's Karen Sawyer. My husband does a video, how to make a sweet potato pie. I'm going to keep that title very simplistic based upon my research. If I go to the search bar, because YouTube is a search engine, y'all, just like Google. And if I put if I put sweet potato pie, it's going to auto-populate what people are using when they go to the search bar to find a video on how to make a sweet potato pie. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be how to make a sweet potato pie. So I can keep it very simplistic based upon me thinking about optimizing that video and put how to make a sweet potato pie. If I like, I could put how to make a home-baked sweet potato pie, or I can do how to make a Southern sweet potato pie. But the key words there is the sweet potato pie. Okay, I wouldn't obviously just put how to make a delicious pie. That wouldn't be smart because we're trying to optimize it. What would you like to add to that, Alexa?
How to is so
Alexis, I did it again.
what
Why
did
is
you
it
say? I
calling
answered.
me? Darling,
I
Alexis.
get it. I get it.
Her name is not Alexa, y'all. It's Alexis. That really was a slip. I haven't done it in a while. Wow. Okay. Alexis, what would you like
Yes.
to say?
How to, the words how to is so important. You can type in how to, and you're going to see a plethora of things. People search YouTube for pretty much to learn. So, how to do this, how to, you can see how to beauty, how to fashion, how to cook. I mean, she can also use that as a tag as well. People use YouTube to learn how to do things. So, the words how to is so important because it teaches. And that's what people go to YouTube to do, to learn.
And how to have a successful marriage. That could be a video title, which I probably will be having coming soon. But how to is important. Most people are going to YouTube. Firstly, they think of it as YouTube University. They're going to learn something. They're going to find out something. I'm not saying that there is not entertainment going on with the shorts, but we're not talking about shorts today. We're talking about your video, your long form, your on-demand video. So you really want to do your research. Go ahead and use the search bar, and it's going to auto-populate for you. Don't overthink that because this is not where you get super fancy in that title.
Yeah, you
Okay?
don't want to get too fancy to where nobody is looking that up. And then nobody's going to find your video.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's really it. Keep it really simple. Do not over complicate this. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the description. Your description supports the title. Okay. And then you want to think about your long tail keywords. And if you don't know what that is, you try to simplistic. Do you have a simplistic way to explain to them what a long tail keyword is?
I do want to say that there is a website called Answer the Public. Answer the Public, you can type in exactly what your video is about in a couple of words. It will give you every single thing somebody is looking up. These are the keywords that you need to use. Let's say, for instance, I have a vlog about living alone diaries. People are looking up living alone, how to live alone, living alone diaries. These are your keywords that you need to put in your description and also your title. So, Answer the Public is a good resource. I just wanted
Well,
to throw
they wouldn't put that in the title, but that would be in the description
well,
to support the title.
for like my vlog, living alone diaries. That
Right.
is something people are looking for.
Correct. That's your
So that
title.
would be in my title. And that would
And
also be in my keywords. That would also be my tag as well. Because people are
right, well,
looking
we haven't got to tags.
right.
Let's not don't go too fast because we don't want to skip them. Let's keep it at description. That's like you're supporting. So you have an actor and a supporting actor or actress supporting an actress. Your description supports that title, but your description is where you get more detailed. And that's where you want to put your long tail keywords. And like she said, Answer the Public will tell you what people are looking up. So when you do your description, there's like, I think, how many characters does it allow? 5,500 or 5,000?
Yeah, like I think it's 5,000, which is
Yes,
a
so
lot.
it gives you a whole lot. So this is where you want to be very detailed, but think about optimizing your video and using your long tail keywords and your description, because that supports the title. This is to optimize so that you can what? Crush it in visibility. Okay. And like she said, you can use Answer to the Public. You can even go to Google. Okay. But don't just guess, right? Use what's available, use your resources. Another thing you can use is AI. Use Chat GPT and ask it to give you long tail keywords and tell it what your video is about and tell it to give you an optimized or an SEO description, and it will give it to you. Okay. So think about your description and to use your long tail keywords, but to support your title. Okay. Now, there's debate on this one. And so I'm going to share this with you so that you can make an informed decision. Some people say use hashtags. I'm not talking about tags. I said hashtags. You know, that whole pound sign. And some people say you do not. Just like you're going to hear a debate about should you use hashtags in the title. I'm just going to give you the information and you can experiment and try uploading videos with hashtags and some without, and pay attention to your analytics and see how it performs. Rule of thumb, however, is just a rule. Now, look, rules are made to be broken. I don't want you to get stuck and put yourself in a box because of rule. But typically, they say if you're going to use hashtags in the title, do not use more than 3. And then in your description, to use anywhere from 5 to 8 max. Again, there's a lot of controversy. Should you use hashtags or should you not? I just want to give you that information. Okay. Do you have anything that you would like to share, Alexis, about the description?
I do want to say that there is some talk out there as far as, whether or not you should completely fill out your description section. I've seen people say that they completely fill theirs out and nothing has happened to their video as far as performance. And then some people say they don't put much and their video gets thousands of views. So keep it, it's up to you. Keep in mind that best practice say you are supposed to fill out your description. So just keep that in mind. You can judge it. You can experiment with it based on your videos. But I would also be mindful as far as what you put in your description. If you are doing affiliate links, if you're doing other, let's say, for instance, I have my videos, I have my SEO affiliate links, I have HelloFresh, I have Amazon, I have Walmart. I would be mindful as far as putting all your stuff there, because you just may very well confuse the algorithm, because you're supposed to keep everything about your video. So if you just go off left field with a whole bunch of other links and just things, it'll just completely throw it off.
And another tip with regard to description, again, you have ChatGPT. And so another tip that I would like to share is that if you add these extensions, TubeBuddy or vidIQ, they also will give you title and description. They will generate it for you and give you ideas. So that's another thing that you would like to put on your computer to help you be able to crush it in visibility. All right. So yes, right? When do you agree? What do you use?
I toggle between both because I just toggle between both because they both serve their purpose. I feel vidIQ is a little bit better. They have, certain things that I look for as far as analytics and things like that I can add to the toolbar. But when it comes to TubeBuddy, they have the thumbnail testing that I like and things like this. So I toggle between both. But for those of you who are going to watch the replay on my channel, I do have the link to both of them in my description.
So you just look up vidIQ and TubeBuddy if you're on my channel. And if I remember, when I upload this video, I'll put the links for those. But it's not difficult to find. And it's very easy to install. And most important part, free 99. You do not have to pay for the paid subscription. You give it a try, see if you like it. If you like it, you want more features, then you could go ahead and pay. I can tell you, I do pay for vidIQ for 1 year. I decided to buckle down and do that. But honestly, I really don't see that I really needed to do that. But I just wanted to check it out. And TubeBuddy, I use the free extension. I don't pay for that. All right, so that was just a tip. So if no one has any comments, we're going to go ahead and move down the line. So adding chapters. Now, when you go down the page, first of all, you hit the button that says create. Then you can either drag and drop your video or select the file and you put it there. And then you're going to go to the title. You're going to go to the description. And then when it gets to add chapters, I check the box for it to automatically add chapters for me. Because I don't want to do all that work. I'm being honest. I'm being lazy. I don't want to go and
do the work.
You said, I know you do the work. And there's also an app for that. There is an app. I don't remember the name of it though. Darn it. I can't. Do you remember the name of it? Because you and I talked about it, where
I
it does
don't.
it for you.
Mm-mm.
Can't remember the name. So if I can remember, I'll add the app that does the chapters for you, and it makes it very simplistic. So I simply check the box for it to automatically add chapters. And so you can explain to them how you do it.
Right. So I do it manually. I start off in my description. I start off by typing 0:00. That's my intro. And then I move down based on where I want the chapter to be. I do it because the AI may not put the chapter where I think it should go, or it just may have a hard time finding, where things should go. So I automatically do it. And how I do it is when I'm editing my video and I finish editing and I go through and I watch it to make sure everything is good, that's when I start writing down the time. Where, like, let's say, for instance, I go to Walmart. I go to Walmart 5 minutes into the video. I write down 5 minutes and 25 seconds so that when I do my description, I can go ahead and I can put that in. So my chapters are added. And that way I know exactly where they are and how they are, and they're the way I want them to be. And also, because it's in my description, I also use keywords. So I would put went to Walmart to buy Maybelline lipstick or something. Those keywords that the AI can pick up on and help my video. So I like to do everything because I like control. So I just like to make sure everything is the way that I like it to be. So I do it manually.
And the benefit of adding chapters is that your viewer may not want to sit through the whole entire video. There might be only one portion of that video they really want. And so, therefore, you make it convenient for them to get right to what they need. And so, guess what? They've watched a portion of your video. And then when you get into looking at your analytics, it's going to tell you what parts of your videos had most views and when there's lows, so peaks and lows or whatever. And then you can then determine if you need to maybe do some editing. And then you'll know what your subscribers like. So it's going to give you information. But in order for, let's stick with crushing it in visibility, like she said, she's using those keywords, but people then can get to your video and they watch exactly what they came to find. Okay.
But
So,
also when I do the chapters, if I do a sit down video about, what I learned over 30, I don't give the whole thing in my chapter. I want them to kind of watch the video. I don't give them everything in the chapter as far as my sentence for it. So I don't give them everything because I do want them to watch the video. So I am careful as far as how I structure that.
okay, got it. So schedule, real simple. You're going to either publish it now or you can schedule it to be published in the future. So you choose the date and the time. That's it. Okay. And so then there's nothing else really to say about that. It's really simplistic. Now let's get to the thumbnail. Woo! So this is how I like to describe the thumbnail because I had an aha moment. I love to share this story. So I was sitting there watching TV with my husband. That's what we do quite often. We watch a lot of Netflix and we're thumbing through. It's like, oh my God, the Netflix, those are thumbnails. He looked at me like I was crazy. He was like, duh. I'm like, it just dawned on me. Your thumbnail should stop the scroll. It should convey interest or curiosity. You want to catch people's attention. That is your packaging. So in your thumbnail, you have more leeway than you do in that title. So don't make your thumbnail have the same title as your title. They should be different. So you have a little bit more room for creativity. Your image is very important. And let's not call it title, let's call it the headline. Okay. That should be your headline that supports that title. But this is to grab people's attention. Okay. That is important. That's your packaging the video. You want to stop the scroll. Very important. Don't put how to tie a bow tie in the title, and then your headline and your thumbnail is how to tie a bow tie. That's not gonna, maybe how to tying a bow tie easy as 1, 2, 3. Maybe that could be something because it's easy. Or what you didn't know about a bow tie. I don't know, I'm making up something in the moment, but that thumbnail is your grabbing attention, like boom, make them say, wait, what? Or something like, went to the rodeo and guess what happened? They want like, what happened? Right? And I can have a bull on the thumbnail and I'm like, oh, that's gonna what? Pique curiosity. That's your thumbnail. What would you like to add to that?
I would also say be mindful as far as your niche. Now, if you're in the vlogging community, a lot of times our thumbnails are more simple, especially some of the bigger creators. They have nicer fonts. They use the 3 panels with 3 photos, things like that. So I would say be mindful of your niche. See what's working for other people. Because if you're like me, probably not good at the thumbnails, but I can see what's working for other people and I can replicate that. So just be mindful as far as what's in your niche, because I've seen some very extravagant, thumbnails that I was like, interesting, but unnecessary. So I would just be mindful.
And she always says she's not good at thumbnails, but I don't think you're giving yourself any credit. So with her saying that, that made me realize, let me give you a tip. So look, keep it simple. Go to Canva. They have a free version.
Mhm.
Okay. And if you go to Canva, just put YouTube thumbnail. There are going to be lots of templates that show up.
Yes, it makes
And
it so easy.
yes, and easy, super duper easy. And then if you want to be creative, you could change fonts, you could change colors. I mean, you could do so much in it, but just simply go to Canva.
Yep.
Super duper easy, free 99. You don't have to do the paid version. Okay. And like she said, you also want to do your research on your thumbnail. Go go on the YouTube, right? And search what topic you're getting ready to publish and find those high performing videos and check out their thumbnails. Also, check out their titles. Also, check out the description. Also, check out the tags. We'll talk about that later. But check it out. See what it is. If the thumbnail you feel you like that style, then guess what? You're inspired by that. There's nothing wrong with that. So go to Canva for your thumbnail. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay. Do you have anything else you want to say on that?
I do want to say that I know YouTube is coming out with the I think it's the A/B testing as far as thumbnails. So certain thumbnails get attention more, certain colors get attention more as well, certain fonts get attention more. So they are coming out with that. So you'll be able to test your thumbnail. But I would say if you post a video and within a couple of days it's not working, try changing your thumbnail
Mm.
along with your tags and titles and things like that, but your thumbnail. So when I do a video, I have more than one thumbnail just in case I need to change it. So, and also be mindful when you're making your video, have your thumbnail in mind. It makes things so much easier, trust me, instead of having to figure out what kind of thumbnail you're going to do after your video has been made. While you're doing your video, you could be making your thumbnail.
Ha!
So it's just important to be mindful of that too.
Now she says that I'm gonna tell you this is something that's gonna take practice because I still make this mistake. You're so focused on recording video that you forget to take those still photos. So when it comes time to do your thumbnail, you don't have any photos, so you have to screenshot something in your video. Just take a moment when you're recording to either stop in the video.
And pose.
Exactly. And so you can screenshot it or just take some pictures. Okay. Remember your photos for your thumbnail. Okay. That is common, a common challenge for people. They forget their photos, or just to stop in the video so they'll know that they're doing that so they can screenshot that while they stop so they can pose. Okay. So that's just a tip. And also while we're at it, so I don't forget, you put up your video, you look at it 72 hours, I don't know, maybe a week. You can go back and make some revisions. You can't really edit the video. However, you can add music. You can change that thumbnail. You can change your tags. You can change your title. You can change your description. So you could keep working on it to see if, not see if, because it's possible to work on it until it is really optimized for visibility and that you see that it's getting high views. So don't just set it and forget it.
Right.
You got to keep an eye on it and then go back and make revisions. Okay. So I want to just to add that before I forgot. And then as you go, and also she said about YouTube coming out with the different thumbnails. vidIQ has a thumbnail analyzer. So just jot that down so that you know if you do vidIQ, it will analyze your thumbnails. They will even make one for you. Remember, we did one recently. I don't remember what it was for, but we didn't like. Oh, it was for the last video, and you froze. Darn it, you froze. There, you're back. You're back. Okay, you were frozen.
You see?
Now I can.
Okay.
Yes, now I can. So it was the last video that we were doing about content creation, right? And we tried the AI, and we didn't like any of the thumbnails that it created.
Right.
Right? So you can use the AI, but then still do your research. And then you decide if one, you like it, and two, by looking at other videos that performed high, you know, how it compares to those. Okay. So I just want to tell you that. So let's go on to
TubeBuddy has the same thing as well. They actually will analyze your. You could put your thumbnail in that you want to change it to, and then they have the one that is your original, and they will compare it and give you a percentage, tell you which one will probably have the highest click rate.
now on TubeBuddy. Is that a free 99 or that's for the paid version?
That's free.
Perfect. All right. So y'all write that down. All right, so let's talk about the playlist. This is really simple. We don't need to spend a lot of time here. You just simply create playlist, just like you create playlists when you listen to music. You have categories for your channel. And when you're uploading or publishing a video, you place it, you tell it which playlist you want to put it in. And the reason you want to do that is because someone might want to come to your channel for one particular topic, and they don't want to sift through all of your videos because you're multidimensional. You're going to have several different topics. And so you want to put it in a playlist because 9 times out of 10, when they get there, they're going to start binge watching all those videos in that playlist. And you want to keep them on your channel as long as you possibly can, because that's called watch hours.
Yep.
And that is a metric that's very important. We'll talk about that in another video, but that's very important. You want to keep them there as long as you can. So put all of your videos in shorts, even though we're not talking about shorts, put them all in a playlist. So what would you like to add to that, if anything, Alexa?
That is actually helpful because I have gone to channels of YouTubers who I like, and I've just watched, for instance, their vlogs because I don't want to see their get ready with me, and I don't care about their hauls. So it makes it so much easier for me to watch their content because they have a playlist and I can just watch what I want to watch.
Exactly. So for an example, this weekly series is all about my YouTube journey as a content creator over 50, over 55 actually. So, but that's a category. So someone might only want to come and learn all about YouTube, all about content creation, because I don't only just talk about YouTube, and they could care less about date nights with my husband. They could care less about my trips to Cancun and Jamaica. So there's playlists so then they can pick and choose where they want to go. Okay. Simple. It's just as simple as that. Just remember to put all of your videos in playlist. So now we get down to, we're all still on video details. This is all on the same page when you go to publish your video. So next comes the audience, pay promotion, and auto chapters. So with regard to the audience, there is a button for you to tell it if this content is made for kids or not. So some people have content or have channels where they do, like, for an example, comedy, right? Or it might be a children's performer that does magic. So you need to check the box that says yes or no if this content is made for kids. There is something called Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. I had to write that down because I knew I wasn't going to remember. It's COPA. And so anyone, so yes or no for your audience. And then the second part of that is age restrictions. Do you want to restrict your video to adult audiences? Okay. So for viewers over 18, you say yes or no. And back to the children, Anyone that's 13 and under, or under, I'm sorry, under 13, they consider that in the United States as children. So it's just a simple yes or no if it's made for kids, and then you yes or no for the age restriction. I can tell you that I uploaded a short, and I did not put, because I didn't think about it, that it should be restricted for 18 and over. It was just a lady twerking in a pool. While I was in Cancun. And I didn't even think about it because it's very seldom that I put that type of thing on my channel, but I didn't think much of it. But they meaning YouTube, they automatically made it restriction, put a age restriction on it, 18 and over. Okay. That's it. That's all. Okay. I just want you to understand what that section is. Do you want to add? I know you're going to add something to that. I already know what you're ready to say.
Absolutely. So when it comes to monetization, when you have restricted content that's just for kids, there are no ads ran on your videos. So they don't allow ads to run on content that's for kids. Now, as far as how people who are monetized, I'm not sure how that works for AdSense, how much they get, how that works, but I just know that they do not run ads on content that's for kids, and they also don't allow comments either. So I've watched like SpongeBob, and there are no comments. You can't even comment like any of that. So it's a different ball game when it's for kids. So be
Yeah.
mindful of that.
Yes, and so don't just skip it. Just understand what it means in that section, and either you check whether it's made for kids, yes or no, and then should there be a age restriction on the content. That's it. That's all. Do not complicate it. Okay, the next section is paid promotion. So paid promotion would be, well, I don't have a can. So say I have a Mountain Dew, and let's say I'm sitting here drinking, right, out of this cup. But what if I was drinking out the can and it was Mountain Dew, and Mountain Dew paid me for product placement, right? I have to disclose that information. So there's a section for you to check if it's paid promotion. Is it product placements, a sponsorship, or an endorsement? So Alexis did a whole review on a product, and you had to check that box. I'll let her go ahead and explain that to you.
Right. So whenever you do any type of review or any mention anything as far as like a brand, like for instance, the vlog that I did today, I started off my video mentioning Rosetta Stone, and that I'm going to have a link at the bottom. That's an endorsement. I have to put that paid promotion banner. So I have to check that box, because it is an endorsement, and I'm not sure what the consequences are for that. I know that I think it's the FTC, like they're very strict when it comes to that on all content platforms. So you can get in trouble with on Facebook, TikTok, things like that, and these brands are aware. They don't play about that because they can also get fined. So yeah, if you have any type of endorsements, if you're just randomly saying, hey, I went to Walmart, here's link to my Walmart storefront to see what I bought, I don't think they're worried about that. But when you are blatantly saying, hey, this is a product that I use, links down below, check it out, that's when you really need to make sure that you're checking all that.
Right. So if you're being paid by any way to make that content, then you need to disclose that. So I'm getting ready to do a review on a suitcase. I have an affiliate link for that. So my viewers, they will get 10% commission, and they get a 10% discount. I get a 10% commission. So I have to disclose that it's a paid promotion. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. If it's not paid, then you don't need to check that. Just keep it moving. Okay. And then automatic chapters and key moments. Didn't we already talk about that?
We did. As far as the like key moments, I always uncheck that box because I manually put mine in.
Right.
And if you manually put them in, it'll overwrite whatever YouTube has going on. So that's all you need to really worry about as far as that. Yeah, the key moments and the key places, I don't do that because I don't want to be somewhere at a store and then like Walmart, and then YouTube picks it up, and I don't always want people to know my location, basically. So key places, I don't do that.
No, we were talking about automatic chapters
Oh yeah, as far as automatic chapters, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you're talking about featured places.
Yeah, that.
So the featured places, if you do not want to expose your location and privacy is important to you, then you do not allow it to disclose your location. So you have to uncheck it because it's automatically checked.
Yes.
So I want you to understand that. So you don't understand what it is and it's automatically checked. You feel like, oh, I gotta keep it checked. No, you don't. You can uncheck it. And again, for privacy, turn it off if you choose to. Okay. And then as far as allowing automatic concepts, this is where you allow YouTube's AI to generate relative concepts for your video. Okay. So if it's related to educational and learning videos, and it machine learns how to surface like images and short text snippets to help the viewers learn more or follow along with your video. Okay, that's all that means. So if you don't have an educational or learning video, you don't need to be worried about it. You can check it or not check it. It doesn't matter. But I want you to understand what it is so that you can make an informed decision. But if it is an educational video, if you want the machine to learn AI to get involved, then check the box. Do you want to add anything about any of either one of those feature places or auto concepts?
The auto concept, I've never seen that in action, but I do know that when you make an educational video and you go to, where you select what kind of video it is and you mark education, it does have you fill out like some more information as far as that. So maybe that helps, but I've never seen the auto concept in action.
Me neither. I've never seen it in action, but that's what it means, y'all. Okay. All right. So now we get down to the tags. All right. So you want to go ahead and start with that? Because I know you love tags. That's your thing.
So tags, I'll start off by saying where you can get good information as far as your tags. Answer the Public is really good. I had stated that earlier, but vidIQ and TubeBuddy. So what I do when I have a video, I know what I'm going to do in my video, so I already got an idea of what kind of tags I'm going to need or what I want. So say for instance, the video I did today, I looked up jobs for SOC analysts. I already know that my tags are going to be about searching for a job and looking for IT job SOC analyst. So I would say, as far as finding your tags, Answer the Public is really good. Put in what your video is about. You can also do this on vidIQ. I don't know if TubeBuddy allows you to go this in depth, but I know vidIQ, Answer the Public, you can put in what your video is about and it'll spit out tags. There's also some apps that'll do that as well. But your tags are important because this is pretty much solidifying your title and your description. This is like the trifecta. Your tags, title, and description is the trifecta. So you want to put your tags as how to bake a sweet potato pie. In essence, you are reiterating what you put in your description, but you're putting this in tag form.
And long tail keywords. Mm-hmm. And so it could be how to make a Southern sweet potato pie. It could be how to bake a sweet potato pie. It could be how to make a sweet potato, but you spell potato the wrong way, the commonly misspelled way of potato. It's like balloon. People spell it BALOON instead of BALLOON. I'm sorry, y'all. So you want to put commonly misspelled words as your tags as well. Okay. That's it. That's all. I don't really need to say much more about tags because I knew she would tackle that because she loves tags. Oh, and then there's a tip for you. So when you go and you've done your research, because you should be doing your research, and you go and you find those videos that have performed well, look at their tags. Yo.
Absolutely.
Yo, and there's even a button for you to say copy keyword.
When you have vidIQ, yes, you can copy their tags.
Yeah,
I have done that on big videos. I have copied tags and I have used some of them.
Yes. So there you go. That is a tip. All right. So so in addition to you using it for long tail keywords, Also remember to use it for commonly misspelled words. Okay, just remember balloon and potato. Ha! People can't spell the words. All right, so when we get down to the language, real simple. You just check the language that you want the video. Your like if you want it to be Spanish, then you check that. English, okay. And so it tells you, so it's language and captions certification. Okay, that's basically it. Do you have
So I
anything?
figured out with the language, when you select your language, this helps YouTube auto populate the captions. I
Yes.
found that out. So, like, if you don't put a language, you don't have any captions. But if you put your language, like for instance, English, I have captions on my videos where I've put the language is English.
Yes, because it will do it for your title and your description and your streamed language and your caption certifications. That's telling you tell it if this content has been aired on television. Okay, so that's very important. All right, I don't have anything else to say. We're going straight down that page. Shorts remixing. We're not talking about shorts, but this is on that page. So you determine whether or not you will permit creators to use your content for remixing. You either check yes or no. That's it. That's all. Okay. Do you, before I move on to category, you have anything to add to that?
Yeah. So when you are deciding whether or not you want your shorts to be remixed or not, just be careful as far as feeling some type of way if somebody does remix your video. So yeah, if your video, gets popular, somebody very well can come in and remix it and turn it into a short and flip it and everything. So
But
just keep
that's
that in
good though.
mind.
But it's good because what's going to happen is it automatically cites the original source, and that's going to drive traffic to your page. So you should be glad. I would be honored if somebody remix something of mine.
I've seen people get really upset because sometimes it doesn't cite it, and then that video gets bigger and they never credit the original video. So
I've never seen that happen.
I
Where
have. Oh yeah.
because
Oh,
when you hit the button, it says it automatically populates it. Now, if you've seen that's because somebody stole it and they didn't do it by the proper channels, they probably screen
okay,
record.
that could be it. Okay.
Yes, now that's stealing. Now that's different. But if as long as I'm cited, just like a paper, right? The original source, I'm cool with it because it's going to drive traffic back to me. But what they're doing is they're screen recording, and that's stealing.
Yep.
So that's what you're seeing. Um, and then so the category, so that's what we were talking about earlier when she said you could put it as educational, you could put it under people and blogs, you could put it under, gosh, it's a whole long list.
It
Um,
is.
travel and events. Um, just put it under the proper category. Some people say that section doesn't even matter, but I say it's there for a reason. Find what category and then just check it. So if you're doing vlogs, it would go under people and blogs. When I went to Cancun and Jamaica, I checked what? Travel. Okay. And that's it. And then you decide if you want to show your comments. You get to select yes or no. Do you want to turn them on? Do you want to turn them off? And if you had them on, you can pause it for a minute. So I say keep it on because it creates engagement, and be sure that when someone comments, then you respond to that. Pay attention to your community, and the more engagement, the more the algorithm sees, oh, this is popular, then they're going to keep pushing your video out. Do you want to add anything to that? Because we're just about to the end.
Oh, we got a comment. Hello.
Okay, let's see what the comment is.
Yep. Put the comment up.
Okay, this is Sharon Tyrement. I got it right this time. How you doing? So she's from over with Miss T.
Okay.
Yes. Hi, hi, hi. How are you?
Hello.
Good to see you. So now we are at the sort by and show views. So sort by simply is, do you want to sort it by the newest, right? From the sort by the top with the newest, or reverse. That's it, basically. Okay. And then do you want it to show how many people have viewed that video? It's up to you. Either you say yes or no. That's it. That's that first page, the video details. This you want to pay close attention to, because this is how you optimize your video
Mhm.
for visibility. Okay. This is
Yep.
how you unlock your channel success, by filling that out. That's the first page of four, but that's one of the most important pages. And the very important pieces is the title, the description, the thumbnail, and the tags. Those are the most important. Well, you said trifecta,
Yes, the title, the description, and the tags for sure.
but
The
then you want to,
trifecta. Those
and,
are the ones that are so important.
and then we're going to throw in that thumbnail. So
Yep.
that's plus one. Okay. And so we don't have a big live audience, but when you watch the replay, if you have any questions, please put that in the comments and we will respond.
We
And
actually forgot one. Remember, I told you the experiment that I did where I unchecked the box to send it to the subscribers when I posted my video?
yes, yes.
Yes. Oh, okay, I didn't see that one on the list. So there is a box you can check or uncheck that says push the video to subscribers. I did it. I saw somebody's video where he suggested that you uncheck that box, because if it's a video that your subscribers probably won't watch, then for one, they're going to pop in for like 2 seconds, mess up your views, and they're really not going to watch it. And it's just going to screw with your impressions because it's going to be pushed to them and they're not going to watch it instead of it being naturally pushed to people who will. So I did do an experiment where I unchecked the box. It took maybe the video, maybe about a couple of hours to get some traction. And it did do pretty good, and I was concerned because at first nobody watched it, but it was pushed to people who actually were searching for that term instead of people who, like, I have just people who are interested in different things on my channel, pushed to these people who are probably not going to watch, and it just messes up everything. So you have that choice to push it to your subscribers, or you can uncheck that box and let it grow naturally and organically through people finding it through your description, tags, and thumbnail.
And so you're informed, so you make the decision for yourself. I personally want mine to be pushed, but I would say you should explore and test it out and make some videos with it checked and some with it unchecked. So Shantirement says it's hard to get a catchy title. So we talked about the titles at the very beginning of the broadcast, and we said that your title is to evoke emotion and interest, of course, but it's also important that it's optimized, and you determine that by doing a Google search or using the search bar here in YouTube, or you could use Answer the Public as another tip to help you with optimizing so that it's easy to find and search. And then you to support that and to make it juicy, to package the video, right? Your packaging, that's that thumbnail. I
Yep.
say Netflix, because when you're going through Netflix, you're looking down and a picture's going to grab your attention. Then then you're going to read the info for that movie. But the first thing that catches your eye is that Netflix thumbnail. Then
Yes.
you're going to say, what's this movie about? So that's where you play with your headline and your thumbnail. But that title, even though it should evoke emotion or curiosity, it still needs to not be too far in left field, because then your video is not going to be optimized for visibility. Does that make sense, Shantirement?
And I think that's how you have to think of it. Like, let's say, for instance, I read a lot. So I see a book, I do judge the book by its cover. I see the cover of the book, I then go to the title, I then flip it over to see what it's about. So you got your thumbnail, you got your title, and then you got your description. So
Yes.
that's honestly how our brain works.
Yes. Shantirement, I want to make sure you understand that, though. You don't have to watch the replay. You can, and we're going to answer that question for you right now. Does that make sense? And did you need something explained? Because we can dig into it a little deeper, but it really is that simplistic. And you have to do your homework. You have to do your research and find other videos that are similar to your topic and see what's the high performing videos. Take a look at their titles Good. She said that it does make sense. Take a look at their titles and their thumbnail.
And
And
I've also asked ChatGPT and Bing as well for titles.
not to say
Um,
Bing, yes.
yes, and because Bing uses ChatGPT, but the free version of ChatGPT is ChatGPT 3.5. Bing actually uses 4, and you can decide whether or not you want it to be balanced, creative, or you want it to be strict. So you can actually play around with the and it's just much easier to use. But I've actually used that for titles. And I have, shamelessly enough, I have seen other titles on other videos, and I haven't stolen them, but I have been inspired by them.
No, but guess what? Those are not copyrights. You can't
Mhm.
copyright a title. So it's not stealing. We're gonna borrow that title,
Yeah.
right? So that's not stealing, but you've done your homework. Some people just throw up a video and have not done any homework whatsoever. So we're trying to give you the foundation to use so that you can crush it in visibility. This is how you optimize your video. You'll hear people say search engine optimization, SEO, and oftentimes people think that's a little bit too geeky. That's a little, oh my gosh, I'm scared. Oh my gosh, I'm tech, challenged. I'm tech challenged too, but I'm making it do what it do. And I know that all that is for my brain to not make it complicated is I'm optimizing my video for visibility. I want people to find the information. I'm providing value.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, what is someone going to type when they go to Google? Because YouTube is a search engine. Same thing with Google. What would somebody type? What would you type if you wanted to learn how to make, I don't know, strawberry shortcake? What would you type when you went to go look for the video? What would you type?
How to make a strawberry shortcake.
Shan Tyerman, what would you type if you were looking for how to make a pound cake? What would you type in either Google or in what she say?
Oh yeah, let's not catfish. Let's not do that. That's a good way to get your video thumbs down a lot.
Oh, she's talking about
The title, and it doesn't have anything to do with the video. So many people do that. Don't be that guy.
no, she's talking about, they don't call it catfish over here. They call it oh my gosh, it now slipped my mind. What they call that over here? I can't think of switching bait, but that ain't what they call it. But no, don't do that over here. She said how to make a pound cake. See how simple that was? How to make a pound cake. Okay. Or you can say how to make or you can say how to make a pound cake easy, or an easy pound cake recipe, something like that. It only had to be how to easy pound cake recipe.
If it takes 3 ingredients, say with just 3 ingredients. It's just something that grabs people attention. It tells them what they're looking for, because that's what they're looking for. But I mean, just something that grabs people attention.
Quick and easy pound cake recipe, and then in your tags you would put how to make a pound cake. That would go in the tags, right? So that's it. But then when you get to that thumbnail, it could be the most moist and something pound cake ever, right? That is how you do that. That makes sense? I hope that makes sense. And that's when that's when you get super creative with that thumbnail.
Right.
I just want to make sure that made sense to her. So you want to optimize that title. Your description is the supporting actor or actress to the title. And then that thumbnail is how you package it all. That's where you get creative, but we're not doing switching bait. Gosh, I can't think of the word. That is really bothering me that I can't think of the word, but we're not doing that. Okay. She said, yes, that made sense. Perfect. So go ahead and optimize your title, support it with your description. And your description, you're going to use long tail keywords. Okay. And clickbait. That's it. Thank you. I could not think of that word to save my soul. Clickbait. We don't want to do that. Okay. But you still can have fun with it. What's going to stop the scroll? They say, wait a minute, what? And go back. Okay. And that's in the image and in the headline, right? Think about a newspaper, right? combine newspaper and Netflix together, right? So the newspaper is going to be a catchy headline, right? And then Netflix, there's going to be an awesome image to make you want to stop long enough to read information about what that movie is about so that you click it. And then they might even have a trailer so you can watch that to decide if you want to watch it. So the very first part of your video is important. That's really your trailer.
Yep.
Right? So like when we come on here, we don't introduce ourselves first because I know that's part of the trailer. People could care less who we are. They want to know what is this video about. So we say what this broadcast is about first, because that's the trailer. When they click on it and they just put the mouse over, it shows that. Then after that, then we go into introducing ourselves because that's the trailer. It all works together. So I hope that makes sense. And I thank you so much for joining us. And so that basically in a nutshell is how you crush it in visibility by optimizing your video. Pay attention to your title, your description, your thumbnail, and your tags. And everything else on that first page, you know what it is now. So make sure you don't ignore it so that you are informed. You'll know, should I check it or uncheck it? And let us know how it works out for you. Would love to hear from you. Please be sure to follow both of us. Please hit the like button, share this out. And if you're on the replay, just drop in the comments where you're streaming from and how you found us. Do you want to add anything, Alexis?
Yes, be mindful of your research though, because research is important. I can't stress enough. It takes me forever when I do a video to first research. I have a whole Google document where I keep everything together, my text, title, description, and even the thumbnail for every single video because I researched that beforehand. So just don't just put up a video and just let it go and not do anything, not put any work, especially unless this is a hobby and this is just for fun. But if you're really looking to dig in, you got to put some effort behind it.
Yes, and remember, don't just set it and forget it. For
Yep.
those people that are older, you know what that means, right? That's my boy Emerald. Don't just set it and forget it. Keep
Yep.
an eye on how it's performing. Check those analytics out. You can always go back and revise that title, revise those tags, revise the description, and change your thumbnail. And then keep playing with it. Keep revising it until it's performing well. So thank you again. We appreciate you watching the replay as well as being here live with us. And as always, remember there's 86,400 seconds in every day. Make every second count. Bye, y'all.